So, the sound you just heard is the Lovepedal Custom Effects Super Sic Tone. For a clean sound, we have this. It is my Super Sic Tone Super Bass 50 watt, plugged into an Avatar cabinet, a 112 with an Eminence EM12, which is an EV12L style speaker, 200 watts, clean, efficient, and plugged into the high treble channel on the top input. We have that. So this is one of the most versatile fuzz pedals I've gotten from Sean. It has 3 settings. So the intro was basically set like so, maybe a little bit different, but it was with the attack up and the volume turned down a little bit. This is the fattest setting. Adds bass like a fuzz would to your sound. It doesn't have a super huge mid push, but it's enough grind to be heard. The middle is actually the thinnest setting, thinnest sounding. It's really good for neck pickup. I really like it for that. It's lower gain, and then the highest setting is in between the two. So, and there's a little shade. So the bottom is a fully shaded in circle, middle it has no shading, and the top is half shaded. So we'll go from top to bottom. So everything at 12 o'clock. I'll bring the volume back just a little bit because it is quite loud. So again, that's the neck pickup. Middle is out of phase. And bridge. Now, there we go. So, that is a really great lead sound with all of that real world top end in there. And so when you go to the neck pickup, it won't be all woolly. When you turn it down, it still cleans up beautifully. So some fuzz pedals, when you go to the neck pickup, you don't get that top end coming through because it's just too woolly to even be heard, which is something I do love, which we'll get to in the bottom setting, and it does that. It is different from a fuzz face though. It doesn't have the same sort of attack that it has. It's definitely more of a tone bender kind of thing. It's very mid-rangey and punchy, and has this really great sustain on every single channel. It doesn't fart out. So we'll go to the middle, which is the thinnest. And what we'll do is we'll turn the attack down and the volume up. Neck pickup. This is something I like to use for blues. It kind of is that Chris Kane. I think it's honestly the most dynamic because of the lack of gain. So if you do want to turn the gain up, turn the volume down a little bit. But it takes away bass end from the amp, which is not always a bad thing in a lot of settings. So if you listen to, it kind of reminds me of Angus Young. So if you listen to a lot of old recordings where they use Marshalls, there you don't hear a lot of low end because it would muddy up the mix. So reminds me of that. Now, to the setting that I would most likely use this on, my favorite thing, I do love that nice low end from a vintage style fuzz. So now, to be fair, this is not a clone of anything. This is its own pedal. So when we go down to this setting, we go from, that's the sound there, sound in the middle, sound on the sound at the top, and then sound in the middle. So it has just sustained for days. It's kind of got that Jeff Beck, like, hoarse sounding. So it covers all the bases of a fuzz that you'd want it to cover. So it's got that setting where it's real fat and huge, and it just is really pleasing to play under your fingers. It's got that low end, but it still has that cut, which some fuzz faces lack a true strong mid-range. The middle setting is real great for nice lower gain, even higher gain. If you're a blues player and you like that neck pickup sound with a Strat, or with a Les Paul or anything, and you still want to keep that high end, but you want it to be full, that's the setting for you. And in the middle is something, if you like something in between. It kind of reminds me of a Doyle Bramhall sort of sound, where it's fat and full, but doesn't sound like the amp about to explode. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next demo. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you all. Cheers, everybody.